Once you see my want you to into my eyes, you will survive my mind. See sympathy to the good and the bad. Number chances, I'ma take it really fast. Never gonna stop until I'm always gonna drop. Always have it in my room, breakfast on the top. Everything around me feels so very hot. Living every day by the numbers on the clock. Frustrated every day, making everyone pay. Taking out anyone in any kind of way. Never wanna do the same thing the same way. Knowing that deep shot is here to stay. It's a Mexican boy with a ponytail. Doing everything that belongs to his head. I told everybody that was under the sun. No one believed me, only time will tell. Do you think I would like it if I came up to you and hit you, put you in such pain and misery up inside of you? Though I don't think so much, I have to reach you, but keep it that life. But when I just pass it from that one, I am out of control. They can hold me down, we take control. Mystic illusions, mystic illusions, mystic illusions, mystic illusions. You tell me why you high, tell me why you cry. Mystic organized. Mystic illusions, mystic illusions, mystic illusions, mystic illusions. You tell me why you high, you tell me why you cry. Mystic organized.
Yo. Where did Bong Ripper go? I had Bong Ripper in the back. Shout out to my wife, Layla. Do you want to join in, Layla, for a minute? I can send you the link if you want it, Layla. Woo! Been a couple crazy days out here the past few days in the Panelverse. Man, yesterday I absolutely destroyed this motherfucker. Wrecked him, bro. It's funny that whole sect is trying to memory hole what happened yesterday. The dude got absolutely wrecked, bro. If you go to his page, it's on videos, it's not on live, and he had to put the clown cover on there. It was originally called Get Slaved Up, and I said, get my name out of the title, and he said, you fell for the trap. It's not your name, it's called Get Slaved Up. You fell for the trap. And what's up, Tranquil Vortex? I'm doing good. So I said, all right, that's it, motherfucker. I played a clip of me talking shit to him, and then I just dropped this video in of him holding firearms. And he, just like an animal, right? See, he highlighted my comment. Just like an animal, I knew he'd play it. So what happened is he played the video, which showed him pulling out firearms, which you can't show on a live stream. So he couldn't control himself. He has no self-control impulse. I went in the chat. I said, new video, wrecking you, Paul. And he went right over and played it like an animal. Even though I warned him, I had that material recorded for the past couple days. I said, I have this shit recorded. He should have known. But somehow it's my fault. He's crying that I did it. No, you did it. You played the video. You fell into the trap. And then he goes through like the 7 stages of grief right here on the live right afterwards. So first he's in denial. Look at him grabbing his neck, clutching his pearls. He's like, oh man. So I played that video, and he cut it out on this one since I can't show it on my live stream. Oh, did he cut it out even more? He cut it out even more, I think. He cut it out even. Oh no, this is it. And as soon as he knows he's got here, he's grabbing his neck. What's up, fellas?
Yo, popping.
Just going over the game tape yesterday, me wrecking this fucking fool for like the 5th day in a row. But this was the ultimate checkmate. The feud is officially over because I'll never have him up here. He can never come up here. He's going to try to retaliate. He'll never have me back on his thing. So this was the ultimate checkmate. He's grabbing his neck. Like a woman.
I saw you posting that the other day. It's like signs of anxiety and stuff like that. I've dealt with that too. Like me personally, like right now, I'm like even rocking back and forth in my chair, just like anxiety and stress and whatnot. It's hard to disguise that sometimes, especially when you're trying to like play it cool, but like you're doing a lot of the face touching and neck touching. It's hard to get away with that sometimes.
He went through the 7 stages of grief.
I was laughing at that. The 7 stages of grief, like
all of them except anger, because he couldn't show anger. The guy that's always yelling and always mad, he couldn't show anger because then that would prove that he got. So he was trying to play it off like, it wasn't shit. It wasn't shit.
Well, I mean, like, you're posting multiple videos and you're discussing it for hours at a time throughout the day, then yeah, it's probably taking up some portion of your life. Like, again, I don't want to speculate. Like, I haven't watched any of those streams or anything of that degree, so I can't really talk in that regard. But yeah, no, like if it's getting to you to that point where you're popping off and you're pulling out certain things that you shouldn't be, and like you're saying, you know, you're falling for certain traps, then yeah, maybe just like take a break from it for a while. Like, it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying?
The worst part is he could have just been like, damn, Drew, good game. You got me there. Burned the stream and fired up a new one. But he just let himself implode. And he doubled down like, oh, you didn't get me on anything. And then he's got to like re-upload the stream with that part edited out. Rather than just say, damn, Drew finally got me. Even though I've been getting him every time.
No, I understand that. But like, obviously, you know, people that have this level of hubris, it's very hard for the individual to admit, like, yeah, the ego got the better part of me. Like, my sinful behavior got the better part of me. And, you know, I think they've encountered that in their life. But when you're doing it online, where it can be recorded, where it can be clipped, like, if it's not part of a show, in terms of like being satirical or whatever, like, yeah, it comes off pretty negatively, especially if you're trying to grow a crowd or create like a consistent user base. Like, you don't see this with any of the other people that've got, you know, 60, 50,000 plus followers. Like, they're not entertaining this kind of nonsense on a regular basis, because that's not how you actually get that growth within the community. At least from what I've seen.
That channel is surrounded by like tent city motherfuckers. Like,
no, and see, that's why I've never really understood the appeal behind it. Because I get it, like, everyone's allowed to have a voice, and everyone is allowed to voice their opinion and whatnot. But like, at the end of the day, man, like you're saying, like, a lot of these people, they're living a very vagrant lifestyle. And that's just me putting it nicely. Like, I grew up around these kinds of people, man. Like, I grew up around bums. I grew up around the kind of people that'll pull out a gun on you, or, you know, rob you, or call you a bitch and start a fight over nothing so they can mug you. Like, this isn't anything new to the world, man. This has been going on for fucking since the dawn of time. Like, literally, people will always be getting played. So yeah, straight up, man, it's pretty whack to see it going on, especially in this community where we're supposed to have each other's backs, where we're supposed to be able to have open conversations and discourse without this kind of lashback. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should be able to talk to someone without them berating me or just sitting there going on a diatribe telling me, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Like, yeah, how do we establish anything? How do we get past that point?
Yeah, it's been interesting to me to watch the Panelverse as everyone kind of slowly came together, and then there became a divide, and the dividing line is clearly people that believe in Jesus, and then the new age or whatever the fuck you want to call it, the other shit. And then so yeah, everything kind of came together. It reached a point of hegemony. Is that the word? I don't even know if that's the fucking word I'm trying to say.
Homogeny.
Homogeny.
Yeah.
And then it like bounced back out as that line in the sand was.
Well, it's interesting because, not to interject or cut you off, but I was listening to a really good, what do you call them? Flipping, wowee. I can't even think of the word. I was listening to a really good lecture the other day. That's the word I was looking for, lecture. And like they were saying, the difference between the Hegelian dialect and the modern day, whatever it is I'm looking for, the terminology. You know what? EBT posted it. I'm absolutely doing a
so you're
terrible
talking about
job.
You're talking about that video of the guy,
Yeah,
of
like
being Gnosticism.
yeah,
being
the parasitic Gnosticism.
Yeah. That's the line in the sand, is the Gnosticism versus the Christianity, basically.
Which I think all of us have been there at some point. And that's the thing,
yeah.
is we've discussed it like thoroughly, that along this road, along this journey, even now still we're encountering this. I think everyone is coming across it at some point. And yeah, like you're saying, it really does seem to be the line in the sand. Like whether people are able to differentiate it, or whether they're going to die on their quote unquote sword for it or not. And that seems to be a really big problem. But yeah, the Hegelian dialectic, the problem, reaction, solution, or whatever the case is, but it ties in heavily with like the Marxist ideologies as well. So
yeah, what's up, TBE? You're going dark, bro. Oh, there you go.
hello,
yeah, it's StreamYard going.
What's up, man?
Talking about these panel commies, bro.
Oh
yeah.
man.
Not that I want to. I've avoided it for a long time.
The panelizers. They're nuts, bro.
I don't know why this got dark all of a sudden.
I feel like ultimately they just want a place to like spout whatever bullshit they want with like as minimum pushback as possible.
Oh yeah, but the vagrancy, the absolute vagrancy that some of these people, like, they don't have a home, they don't have kids, or if they do have kids, they have like no contact with them, they have like no responsibilities, and then they're gonna sit there and dictate to others like, this is how you should be living your life. Like, bro, don't like don't even fucking start.
What I say all the time.
And like you were saying, like, stand up.
You have
like,
kids,
or
you're a Christian, you're supposed to live this way. So they want you to live their way, which is what their interpretation of the Bible or their whatever, right? But then if you refuse that, then if you are a Christian, then you're also supposed to live a certain way that they determine that a Christian's supposed to live. And I think ultimately it comes down to these people seem to hate free will, I believe. That's a commonality I see across a lot of it. They probably couldn't express that out loud, but that's what the ideology seems to be to me.
It really is, though. I do feel like it does come down to the cybernetic brainwashing of these individuals to accept the new age fucking propaganda, which, let's be honest, it's being fed from a certain well source. And we know what that well source is. Like, we've already discussed it, the Hegelian dialect and the Communist Manifesto. And yeah, you're going to sit here berating Christ and, wishy-washy picking from scripture when it suits your agenda.
100%.
But the instant someone like Tinfoil comes up against you and says, hey, you know what? I'm an actual servant of Christ. I've seen the forest for the trees. I want to defend my place in this world. And you know what? Every time he does, what is he labeled? The heretic.
Yeah, they just start reading.
No, I want no part of it, man.
The common theme amongst them is it's the spiritual buffet. This is how they relate to one another, is well, there's truth in everything, and they all adopt this double speak where they hate religion, but they're the creators of their own personalized religion. They hate dogma, but then they have their own personalized form of dogma and what they believe. And this is what I was talking to that guy Dick about. Well, he's talking about, oh, well, it's my conscience that drives it. Well, then when I was trying to get at before Jack, the spineless worm,
Jack's such a little bitch.
He wouldn't let me speak. I was like, well, okay, by that standard, Joseph Smith is correct. Muhammad is correct. Okay, Buddha is correct. And that can't
but it's
be
his. It's his.
right. It's his truth. It's the SJW libtard nonsense. Oh, it's his truth. So what resonates in him is true. You know, that's nonsense. Okay.
Yeah, but I find it funny though that they're allowed to resonate with their truth. They're allowed to preach the Vedas, which is fine. They're allowed to preach the Buddhist scripture and the Eightfold Path and whatever else. It's fine. You can quote the Talmud and whatever else, but the instant that you or anyone else, Chalk or EBT, tries to stand, we're cucks, we're Christian cucks.
It's
It's
like
to enslave you, bro.
Really?
I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Unitarian Universalists before. It's almost the same thing. The tenets are almost the same. Let me read some of it. I think I had it up here. It says, we believe that personal experience, conscience, and reason should be the final authorities in religion.
Yeah, man.
In the end, religious authority lies not in a book, person, or institution, but in ourselves. We put religious insights to the test of our hearts and minds. We will not be bound by a statement of belief. We do not ask anyone to subscribe to a creed.
Yeah.
So do what thou wilt.
Yeah, basically, that's some Crowley bullshit right there.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, you should see some of these Unitarian.
Jack literally said tonight, there is no good and evil. It's the same thing. And then he tried to kind of dance away from that. That's literally word for word what he said.
Hold on. Let me backstage you. You're being confrontational.
And then he says, God is the all, which everything is good and evil together. So then he says he's called by God to do this and bring people together. So then you're called by evil as well in your own fucking philosophy.
Yeah, but okay, so we've pointed this out multiple times, and I don't know why they don't take the opportunity to dive into it for themselves. But Tin has pointed out, and EBT, Andrew, and countless others, again, not to, be an apologetic or anything like that. But at the end of the day, every fucking question that they have posed, that they're wasting 12 plus hours a day on, you can literally go and read these fucking things for yourself. Because guess what? Dipshit Magoo, who was a little too soft one day, and I'm guilty. I'm a sinner. I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm this amazing human being. I've never made a mistake. Absolutely not. But guess what? There were people at one point in time who had these wacky fucking ideas, and then at some point, clarity was established. The church had to settle on it because it was getting out of control.
Right. So,
and we're seeing the same fucking thing happening today.
Right. So I was on that guy Dick's live stream yesterday, just in his chat, and he's talking about contradictions in the Bible, and it's it seems to just not dawn on this person. He was obviously reading off the screen. He obviously Googled it, and he was reading it off the screen to me. So my question to him is okay, so if you can Google the contradictions, have you even tried to read explanations about these verses? You know what I mean? It's you're so quick to use those as your offensive. I'd bet my life savings that guy doesn't own a Bible in his house. Okay, it's so easy that you don't even sift through the book yourself. You don't piece those contradictions yourself. You're just reading them off of the screen. But no one There's been no one that's ever tackled these issues before. You just magically just debunked Christianity.
In the 2,000 years of its known existence.
Google search.
Yeah, we Wikipedia'd it.
This is laziness right here. Lazy.
It is. And you know what? Like, I think
it's willful ignorance because they don't want to face the judgment.
That too. Absolutely. It's really hard to humble yourself. That was a big part of that lecture the other day too that I was checking out. It's really hard to humble yourself and be like, hey, you know what? I was wrong in my fucking foolish assumptions. I was wrong. It's really hard for people to come to that conclusion and be like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I need a bit more guidance in my life. Maybe I don't have all the answers, and maybe I can't Google everything.
And just like ridiculous questions like, oh, when does your free will end and when does it resume? And like,
yeah, what was that question? I didn't understand.
But what does that mean? Like I plug in and plug out of like the opportunistic ability of being able to choose when I can and can't choose. Like again, like these, you can look up these logical fallacies like constantly throughout history. You can look it up in philosophy. I mean, even now, just like hop into a Reddit forum and like debate it with like the average individual. They'll be like, well, I don't know. Well, maybe this or maybe that. Like, yeah, because you didn't take up the time to fucking do the research for yourself. You're basing it off of fucking Instagram memes.
Who's Basil?
Cecil?
Basil?
I have no idea. I'm not even paying attention to the chat. I'm just chilling with y'all.
But yeah, I don't know. For me, I don't know why they have a problem with it. If it helps people, they want their own version. Like Jack Talcott was doing their own version of. He was talking about tonight. He wants to create a utopia or something. What if I don't want your utopia, Jack? What if I don't want to be a part of that?
Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with Jack's utopia.
I mean, the World Economic Forum has already spelled out what Jack is trying to fucking engage in.
100% UN bullshit.
Yeah, it is, and it's like at the end of the day, it's yeah, no worries, man. We'll hold it down. Yeah, it's communist Marxist diatribe. I'm sorry, like I read the Communist Manifesto in grade fucking 9. It's not that complicated to understand. Like it really isn't. And then when you start doing these deep dives, you do start to see where these individuals were coming from. You know the schools they were coming from. You know who is financing and banking their rise to power. Like look into the Bolshevik uprising, y'all. Like there's obviously nothing wholesome about the socialist economy that they're trying to institute.
I just see between all these panels, it's definitely like my understanding is the right understanding of all these concepts.
No, I get that, man. And like, how many conversations have we had in Discord in private? How many times have we tried hashing this out in streams? You know, how much discussion have we had back and forth within our community over the last like few years? And I mean, like, prime example, Drew, like prime example. I mean, to see you go from the position you were in, you uproot your life, you find a good woman, you start having kids, and now you're going to church and everything. Like,
amen,
dude.
Yeah, and
props to that.
Last night, man,
like it can be done, and this is what people don't tend to comprehend.
Bro, last night, my wife was taking a shower, and I was just sitting on the couch by myself. And I don't think I've ever felt like more peaceful.
Yeah, just content, right?
And I even started thinking about like the problems I have like in my life or whatever that I don't really talk about on here. I have certain situations and stuff. And each time I brought those thoughts into me, it was like it couldn't rattle me from the place I was just in this like super peaceful place with this understanding that everything, as long as I put in the work, everything's gonna, work out as it's intended to be or something like that. Like I don't really even know how to put into words how I felt, but I was like, man, I don't think I've ever felt that content in my life.
No, and that's a good place to be, man, where where you can just sit there and you can enjoy yourself and you're contemplating, the bigger things, but at the same time, you're well aware that it's the very close and simple things in your life that brings you like the gratitude, the happiness, all that stuff that you're looking for.
This
it
guy's
doesn't.
such a fucking idiot. This Cloud Atlas motherfucker.
But no, man, it really is. I'm trying to be as honest with you as possible, but it's absolutely like it's been a blessing just to see the evolution. Not to use that word, but just to see the growth that you've experienced over the last few years with your family. It's truly enlightening, man. It's actually very humbling.
You know what's also funny? I noticed they when they poach Bible verses, they cherry pick Bible verses. They use those verses to confirm their denial of the rest of them. You know what I mean?
And then they'll ask you for a Bible verse to back up some shit, but they don't believe in the Bible. So why the fuck would I give you a Bible verse?
Right.
That is very odd, though. Like trying to use the Bible to discredit the Bible, but also using it as support system to prove your fucking point that the Bible doesn't mean anything is like that is entirely hypocritical.
I'm gonna take the Bible so I can make my feelies feel better, so I can feel better about myself and my spiritual growth. Anything that makes me feel good. It's like Oprah moments. Oh wow.
It's definitely Oprah shit. How do I do this? I just want to show real quick. Hold on.
Fucking commies, like Benton. Benton goes, "The kingdom of God is within you." Okay, well, what about the rest of it? Okay,
let me show this real quick. Is this was that prayer that I read out of that book, Cindy Trim's Rules of Engagement, and
Book of Daniel.
Every single section of the prayer sources where it was built from the Bible, from the text of the Bible.
But that's new
so
age.
The same people that love to quote the Bible, they said this prayer was satanic, but this is all they do is quote the fucking Bible all day.
Right.
Yeah, you're called it new agey. It's hilarious.
Every single line has a fucking reference. You go to the beginning of it here. Hold on. It says each of these are scripturally based. I've referenced the scripture from each which section is constructed. So they love the Bible, but when you read it, then it's bullshit. Apparently, hold on. We got somebody in the house here. Oh, it's a ghost.
Ooh.
It's a ghost, and he's gone.
I hope he has his Nazareno outfit on tonight.
Whoopee. Oh, and they're gone.
I don't know. I think it's just getting too wild out here. I don't want to fuck with these people anymore. I wrecked that motherfucking gorilla motherfucker yesterday. It's a rap between me and him. He got absolutely fucking wrecked.
Their heads are so far up their own ass. It's back on there.
Yeah, no humility, which I did after I wrecked him yesterday. I did say a prayer for him. I said, God, I hope he can get humbled a little and take this loss as a man and learn how to kind of rebuild from there and not fall into that same kind of thing again. But he still won't even admit that he got.
Man,
they're so focused on, oh, you're being mean and not paying attention to what's being said. You know, it's, oh, you're being mean, brother, but I'm casting judgment, yet you're not judging me. Oh, there he is. Finally.
Yeah. Talcott's bullshit tonight was I see a rage in him, and he said that's just an inner reflection of you. But then he can say whatever the fuck he wants. That's not an inner reflection.
This guy has the nerve to say, "Oh, you have the Antichrist in you, boy. You better gone, old man."
Okay.
With that BS.
Greetings, brothers and sisters.
Oh.
Greetings, brothers and sisters.
Man.
Are you guys being mean in here?
No, just being honest and truthful.
Allowed.
No, we don't. No meanies, man.
I might have to go backstage for a while, guys. I'm sorry.
No internet bullies.
Dude, TBE, your energy is so confrontational and aggressive.
How dare you make distinctions?
Coming in hot. Wow.
How dare? Why are you
what
asking
side of the
dick
fence
questions?
to sit on? So I'm not going to.
Why are you asking Dick questions to clarify his position?
It's your
That's
You
tone,
clearly
man.
knows what he's talking about,
Let
man.
believe every word he says. Don't question anything. We're having a good time.
Everybody knows that the Bible was made by Constantine at the Council of Nicaea, man.
Did you know that God has created evil and good, and we are experiencing all of that all at once? TBE, I've heard you. I've got to backstage you, brother, because your energy is just so negative.
Off the
Yeah,
charts.
this is how we get things done by tone policing, right?
I'm vibing. I'm resonating with
We
that.
can't focus. We can't focus on topics. We got to tone police and conversation police. That's
Literally orange man bad level thinking. Like, I don't like Trump's tone.
Y'all, you're coming in a little too hot. I might have to tone it down a bit, okay?
Yeah, send him to the fireplace, Jack. Straight to the fireplace. The final solution.
Mhm.
Oh, is that Jim
Jack
Bob?
Talcott's
Jim
fireplace,
Bob,
yeah.
Jim Bob would love
6 million
our boy
infidels in
Smith.
there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
I've got a bowel movement.
Tommy, you're not coming in.
No,
Yeah,
I
boy.
agree though. I agree honestly with Chalk on this one. I think that Talcott has some very deep-seated rage, and the whole New Age guru thing. Like, I've been there, man. I really have. Like, you're covering up your fucking anger for all the dumbass shit you've had to deal with for the last few years. Oh, it's totally cool, bro. I almost lost my home. Oh, it's totally cool, bro. I had a fucking shitty divorce and I don't see my kids. Man, you're full of shit.
It's a bowel
Man, I'm
movement.
fucking angry as fuck
He
about all
said the whole
garbage.
world is resistant to what he wants. So it's the whole
Resistant to
world's fault.
what?
It's not his fault.
Delusion that you can't get upset about fucking tyranny every once in a while, that you're gonna go to the fucking UN and magically just fucking fix all the world's problems.
No, bro. You see, you can't deny these people's personal experiences. That's one of the main threads that runs through this whole thing. You
Man,
can't
fuck
deny
their
somebody's personal experience.
It
You have
don't
to
matter
take
for shit.
you have to take that as objective truth. If they had a personal experience with something, that means it's objective truth, and you can't deny that.
The
If so, you're a
fuck is it even
religious,
mean,
dogmatic,
then?
brainwashed retard or some shit.
Oh
right?
yeah, I'm an inexperienced fucking hooligan. I'm just talking out of my butt. Like,
Another
none
thing
of us have
is-
ever gone down this fucking trope before, right?
Right. That's what I was just gonna say. Is like the reality of it is that they don't want to hear this. Is they're literally baby truthers. They're just in this shit. They can't comprehend someone's actually been in this, been down that road, and then left that road, and
then
fully
denies
understands
it, right?
everything they're saying.
Yeah, and comprehends the fucking real world consequences of trying to go about doing this kind of shit. It doesn't fucking work the way that you think it does online.
Well, and we saw this play out in real time the other day with fucking OTW.
Guy
Talking about,
wrecked his own self.
talking about, I'm not sure you guys are ready for this, and then goes into fucking Christ is your spine and your Christos oil, fucking cerebral
Yo, and the
spinal
guy's never
fluid,
had
like
an actual
like
conflict with the police ever.
like he was gonna drop some serious knowledge on us.
We were
and it was
gonna be like,
bro.
oh
my god, bro! Cerebral spinal fluid. Oh my god!
Oh, and then the next time, like 12 cops show up and start pointing their guns at me, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, but Christ is in my spine, y'all."
Yo,
and
yeah.
then I end up a fucking cripple. So
He had
God,
there
God, please,
we go. Come on, y'all.
I need you guys. I feel something. I feel the Rothschild.
We all just need to channel our inner. Get Jim Bob in here. We need whale noises, sir.
I feel the Rothschild.
Okay, none of these guys would ever go on Jim Bob and debate Jim Bob. I guarantee that.
Probably not, because they don't want to be ridiculed by like an entire fucking group of fucking human beings. That is
It's
like
all about
fully capable of dismantling your
energy.
shit like over and over and over again.
What do you think, BT? I know you got some strong thoughts on these types of thinking.
Bro, it's about being the Christed conscious.
I'm the Christ. I live like the Christ being.
I live like Christ being. I have the evidence to prove that I've done this.
I have the results.
I have the results.
My life's objectively better than yours.
You need to get some women and some children that respect you, because I don't have that either, and I'm telling you, you gotta have that, even though I don't have that.
And
Never
if your
lost
bitch
any
ever met
weight.
me, she'd be fuck or fight, and I bet she'd feel a certain type of way.
Weird.
Wow.
It's really weird
So
that he
lame.
has to constantly talk about other people's families to justify his own shitty crippled existence. Like you were saying, like, hey, stand up, like, oh, hey, oh, it's not that hard, bro. Like, look, you're wearing pants, right?
Hold up,
like,
yeah.
just stand up and wear some fucking.
Stand up challenge.
Oh, I made sure I was wearing
'Cause he's-
pants tonight because I didn't want to fucking,
Yeah,
have my
like
dick
Drew
hanging
said,
out.
he's built like an ottoman. That's the truth.
Like an odd motherfucker built like the wardrobe from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, yo, we're going to Narnia tonight. Slip it
Man.
through that fucking wardrobe.
But I mean, we don't need to get into those kind of ad hominem
No,
attacks. though.
that's just
Fuck
a
that guy.
personal attack. We
So-
can't discredit anything that he says based
That's
on
not
his
what
fucking
that's not
physical
what real
appearance.
Christians would do, right? We're
Absolutely not.
and that isn't that funny, because in that lecture you guys were talking about before I came in, that was one of the big points, and it's in Saul Alinsky's Rules for the Radicals. One of the main tactics is to make sure that you try to hold your opponent to their own system. Although
yes.
acting as if you're above their system and that you understand their system better than they understand it.
I was actually going through some communist debates not that long ago, and it's really funny that when people that started bringing a very logical discussion to the table, they were automatically just beaten down, literally beaten down. So, I mean, like, even when you try to pose these, fundamental facts to the individual, they're not going to hear it because they're already on board with his ideology. And it seems like as soon as you try to confront it in some way, shape, or form, you are now the problem. Whether you agree with it or not, whether you're siding with the opposition or whether you're, creating your own fundamental basis for an argument, you're the problem. And they'll literally beat it out of you. So,
And it's completely delusional from the get-go, because nobody has come against them in the way that they claim that we've come against them. And then they can act the same way, and then it's okay when they act that way, and people think that's based and awesome. But as soon as somebody comes at them, we're not talking about anybody in specific, but as soon as somebody comes against them in the same way they go against somebody else, then you're gonna be shunned, and they're gonna cast stones against you, or kick you out of the chat, or do all these things that violate the things that they claim they stand for, because you don't agree with them. Although they're going to stand on the idea that they're open and they're free, and that they're free thinkers, and they want to allow people to have all these dissonant beliefs and stuff. But that's just not the case. That honestly,
the free man on the land trope. But like you were saying, at the same time, the minute that people with real world experiences want to interject and say, hey, you know what, maybe that isn't the best scenario, or maybe that's not the best way to approach it. No, like you're saying, you got to put them backstage, you got to quiet them down, you got to put the censor on them, and that really should raise some red flags for people.
No, these people are literally in hanging their kitty kind of poster level ideologies, right?
No,
and we saw that with OTW, with the Yakub meme, right? Like, it doesn't matter that there's no source for that. There's no backing for it. It doesn't matter that it was a parody meme. You just don't understand it. I understand it, and it's objective truth, right?
I mean, like anybody with Microsoft Paint could create a meme like that. So, and I mean, we've already, especially you and Drew, like you really have. You've exposed the level of the mimetic culture, how easy it is to exploit something with the expendable planes, for example, or the frazzle drip.
Mhm.
So how can you sit there and say, "Oh, this is absolutely the truth," based off of a meme, off a picture you found on the internet, when we know
Well,
for a fact that we can start generating shit?
OTW would just say, well, there's a Freemason symbol on top. That's a real symbol. The symbols on there are real symbols.
For sure.
So fucking
Yeah.
What? That's the joke of it.
Yeah.
Right.
And like even if there was like some sort of like deep encrypted truth, like right in the sphincter of that fucking Egyptian hieroglyphic meme.
Well, that's the trope. That's the trope.
Yeah, there you go. It is a trope.
Truth in everything.
Yeah.
That's their thing. Oh, even if it's joke meme, well, I still could get truth out of it. So
This
Right.
is literally Jay Dreamer's Truth in Movies level shit.
Right. So, and then essentially it goes back to this hermetic idea, the Prisca Theologica. There's like one single true, and that everything is like kind of a extrapolation of that true. That there is one actual true religion, and that they can. And we saw this today earlier on one of these streams or something. They started talking about, I think it was Tommy's stream. Shout out to Tommy on London stream. They were talking about the distinction between the Illuminati and the Freemasons, right? But at the same time, they try to make distinctions, but then they'll just go off in La La Land, with this invented concept of who the Illuminati are or who the Freemasons are, and then somebody else jumped in. I think that Christos kid jumped in. Well, there's a lot of truth in what these. We can't just negate everything they say because there is truth. Like Benjamin Franklin, he talked about going in the sun. He talked about sunbathing. So, like, you think that fucking going in the sun is an esoteric truth? Like, I mean, and this is like the grounding thing. They think that going and fucking putting your feet on the ground is some kind of grand fucking esoteric secret that people are keeping from, and this is one of the first things I parodied on my channel, on my YouTube, on my IG, with the fucking the shoe meme that went everywhere. Maybe I don't know. It's just silly. Like, it's literally just meme level kind of nonsense, which, I mean, I guess it's okay if you're willing to like make distinctions about stuff, but like we saw with OTW, he wasn't willing to have any correction whatsoever. Like,
zero nuance, zero distinction, zero like intellectual discovery on his own behalf. Like, he didn't deep dive anything, man. Like, deep dive. I hate using those terms too. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even investigate shit anymore.
No, I just say like nobody's a true skeptic with a lot of this shit.
No, they just see it for face value, and they're like, "That must be the truth. That is the hidden truth. Look at this." And oh man, who's the homeboy? Who's the Muzzy homeboy that was fucking chatting the other night?
Machine Lies.
Dude, that guy kept tripping him the fuck up like it was nobody's business. Like, oh man, not only is he like, he's funny, he's very like intellectually well-rounded. And he knows how to carry on a conversation, but yeah, straight up, man, like he wasn't buying that guy's bullshit for anything, and it was like good.
312
like
right.
Yeah, like he kept saying though, he's like, why do you keep putting this dick in my face, man? Like, there's no fucking like, there's no truth to be hidden here. Like, you just keep showing us this fucking like mimetic dom, and it's really weird.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck with any of these fucking retards anymore. They're too fucking dumb. The silence is a meditation.
Oh, you're so sure. So I don't know what happened on the Metaverse the last couple of days. I've been ignoring Benton streams, like the first couple hours of them, and then I just jump in, and somehow I'm not blocked in the. I'm the only one.
You're never blocked anywhere.
I'm the only one in the clique that's not blocked from that channel.
I can't. I went into Benton's actual StreamYard today. I was gonna say something, and he wouldn't even. He like kicked me out of the backstage. I sat there for like 5 minutes, and then he kicked me out. Fucking what a little bitch.
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of ignore a lot of that shit that happens.
It's probably best to do that anyway. Like, you know,
I don't know what.
not to be ignorant of it. You know what I'm saying? But like, don't feed into it. Like the same way we don't feed into our children throwing a temper tantrum over every little thing. You know, like we're not gonna entertain that level of fallacy.
We didn't start shit with Benton and Lou and Tommy. That's not necessarily the way that it happened, and it's not even.
No, I watched the stream. I heard Drew's, you know, opinion on the matter, and yeah, it just like devolved from there.
And Benton's whole purpose of being on this metaverse, if you want to call it that, is to challenge ideas, to be able to discuss thoughts,
not his ideas. Though.
But if you disagree with anything that he says, it's you're gonna get kicked.
Insta block,
because he's not gonna tolerate this kind of intolerance on his channel. It's just not gonna happen.
He wants to interrogate your ideas, not his ideas.
Not his ideas, because he's indomitable, indomitable, right? Like Benton cannot be wrong. He cannot be wrong. He's got skin in the game. And even if EBT comes on and says, hey, Benton, I don't understand what the fuck you mean by skin in the game in this spiritual conversation, he'll just say, don't play dumb, EBT. You know what I mean by skin in the game? No, sir. No, sir. I know what skin in the game means. I don't know what you mean by it in this context, okay? And if you can't extrapolate on that, then I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
No, I agree. Like, why are you asking a question to the question? You know, like you can't expand on your own thoughts or your own ideas.
Because honestly, I don't know what that means. I know what it means to have skin in the game, but I don't know what he means in
anyone
context.
Can go onto like Urban Dictionary and fucking Google that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, like in what context, like you're saying, in what means to the like immediate conversation are you referring to?
Okay, that's the biggest thing that I see of these people, I believe, is, or not one of the bigger things is the cause and effect. They want to fight the war in the effects phase of it. They think they can change the effects, the material world. But it starts in the spiritual world, and that, in my opinion, and then the effect is the physical world you live in. So they think they can just change the physical world somehow without changing the underlying cause and then get a different result. Narcissism, Cat says. Yeah, that's what the Gnosticism leads to narcissism. Because you are the one with the one true interpretation of the true God.
Just for the record, Ben is or was, probably still is, a homosexual. So just want to throw that out there.
So what, partner?
Yeah, he's a commie at heart, but he loves to talk about communism being bad. He exhibits all the tenets of communism: censorship, groupthink, but
groupthink.
But yeah, let's not give him any more content. That's what he's going to be bitching about this for fucking 6 hours. And
yeah, he said we appeal to the peanut gallery, but he'll retool his whole channel just for the people that are going to blow smoke up his ass, the peanut gallery.
Yeah, double speak. Easy money. Good luck being Howard Stern, bro.
Right, yeah.
Your aspirations. Good luck on all that.
I mean, that's one of his idols, right? I mean, Howard Stern got to where he is because people hated him and gave pushback.
Oh, yeah. Let's not forget his favorite poem was from a Talmudic pedo supporter.
Not Nam. Yeah, Nam.
NAMBLA member Allen Ginsberg. Let's not forget about that one.
Isn't that like one of? Isn't he like a huge commie?
I mean, anyone in that kind of group, you can automatically just.
Or he was presenting commie.
Either presenting it or, introducing it into the fucking social paradigm and all this other fucking nonsense. Like, and again, they use, like we're talking about, and like Tim pointed out, it's forked tongue, it's double speak. They do it constantly. Oh, yeah. I'll say this, but actually I mean that. You're the fucking idiot for believing me because I was lying to you. I was fucking lying to you. And
that would be
they're going to use semantics to fucking make you feel like the idiot for believing it.
That would be interesting to kind of unpack that poem because it was a bunch of. There's a huge part of it that was just talking about Molech in there for part of it. I was half listening to it.
Bullshit.
That would be interesting, but I don't know. I ignore a lot of that stuff. He was reading Christian Murde for a long time, and I'm like, this is literally like I could write this with the fucking Deepak Chopra fucking quote generator. Like it literally is the UN agenda, Lucius Trust, fucking theosophy, fucking bullshit that they claim that they go against. But if you
return to nature.
Again, they hate distinction. You can't make distinctions. It's not allowed.
How dare you?
How dare you? Exactly. How dare you?
And again, like we were discussing earlier, how many times have
they sound so much like Owen. I'm a pattern breaker. I'm batting 1,000. I can never be wrong. How dare you? How dare you?
Also,
ban. Instant
adult
ban.
groomers like Owen.
Yeah.
Who are these adults that are getting groomed? That's what I always wondered. The people in the chat, they're so fucking dumb.
And I mean, we wouldn't even be having this conversation necessarily. I mean, and we're not, and this is what'd be funny because they'll go ahead, they'll spin this as if these guys are acting as if they're holier than thou. And what's hilarious about that is that's exactly what they are doing, and never once do we make this claim.
No.
That's the opposite of the claim that we're making. Like that's
not to my knowledge.
That to me is what I think is funny. I think it's hilarious to me.
I don't hear any of them ever talk about sin ever.
Yeah, that's what I mean. How many of us have professed? Yeah, you know what? Like we're not going to sit here and try to act like
Benton is above sin. Benton,
really?
He said this himself. He's above it. He does not sin.
Right. Yeah,
you're an anointed He's washed in the blood of whatever this Christed being thing that it is that he believes in, or doesn't, or like you can't pin down.
Yeah, anything. They'll never own anything they say outside of their like pre-scripted like little catchphrases that they use every day. Anything outside of that, you can never pin them and get them to admit they actually said that.
So go floating across the fucking metaverse then if you're an anointed saint.
Tommy, oh my God, Tommy, don't send money because now you're gonna be talking shit for weeks. Like Drew took $5. Oh. I'm a millionaire, but Drew took $5 from me. How dare he?
So this motherfucking $5. Appreciate it.
No, appreciate Chuck. Thank you, Chuck.
This is like those videos that Paul was playing yesterday where he was going up against these cops or whatever. And he was one quoting the Bible. This is what the Bible says, that you can't step against me against this. Then in the next sentence saying that the Bible is not God's word, that it doesn't mean anything, that we don't have to abide by it. Then appealing to the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. Then in the next sentence saying that I do not have to abide by the rules written by men. Like it's just, I don't know why people don't see that this is a constant. Every other sentence is a contradiction of the previous sentence, right? And what did it end up in, Paul? You got arrested. What the fuck is that's not a fucking result, bro.
No. The result would be you go home.
That's not you
without criminal charges and not going to jail. Like
and this motherfucker has the nerve to say repeatedly that he is sacrificing himself for you guys. Paul is out here sacrificing himself for us. Doing what, bro? What the fuck are you doing, bro? What the fuck are you doing? Nothing. You smoke blunts in a trailer all fucking day, and I'm not saying trailers are bad.
yeah.
I'm just making
How
an
dare
object-
you judge my
I'm
trailer?
making an
I can judge
objective
you by what you
statement.
look like, what you wear, and everything, but don't judge
You
my
have
fucking
no
trailer.
skills. You have no abilities. You have no talents other than being very good at what you do on the internet. I'll concede to that.
He has the gift of gab. I think that's all.
Yeah,
it
the
takes
gift
to,
of gab. That's what I'm saying. He
dabble
he
these
talked about
people.
the other day. He worked at Denny's. That was one of the jobs he's worked in, and I could just picture him as a Denny's waiter, a Denny's waitress. I could just picture him as a Denny's waitress. Oh, hello, hey. Hi, what can I get for you? Yeah, great.
He did know about the moons over Miami.
Yeah. Well, that's what's funny because he tried to play it back on us, saying like, "Oh, well, why you guys are delivering your moons over Miami?" No, motherfucker, that's what you do. That's what you're gonna have to do.
No, he's gonna make $120,000 a year doing what he does on voluntary.
Motherfucker
donations
will
and not pay any tax.
survive 2 days in a shit hit the fan situation. No skills, no abilities, nothing whatsoever.
I mean, if you can't walk, you're already in quite a dilemma. Like TLDR.
No.
Like,
Okay,
that's
now we gotta plug. Now we gotta plug Unslaved Mobility Scooters LLC. Look, no license, no slave plate, no slave driver's license required. Unslaved Mobility Scooters LLC.com. Go ahead and get your pre-orders in today. They're running off of Tesla technology. I'm sure Illumitommy's in on the ground level on that.
I know
funding
I'm
it,
on
so.
one.
Is this JG Interbuns? He says Benton went crazy on EBT and backpedaled big time.
What?
EBT knows that anytime Benton gets on, he knows I'm going to make him backpedal. He just knows. I don't even have to listen to the bullshit that he talks because I just come in like the Christ it being after he spills his bullshit. I come in as the Christ it being and I humble him. I humble him because I embrace that spirit, okay? You guys don't embrace this spirit, but I embrace this. Only me. Only me. I'm the only one that understands this. You understand?
Very whack.
Yeah. No, see, I see, like, if
Tommy,
Benton could stay out of his feelies, Benton gets in his feelies anytime somebody comes against him, right?
Or if you make a suggestion.
Oh yeah, definitely don't make a suggestion. But he can suggest all he wants. That's fine. But
right, he's giving advice all day long.
All day long, yeah.
But hey, you can't expose his boy Music Holds the Secret to any trauma. You being in the chat is just trauma for this guy. So I'm going to create a fucking safe bubble space for him.
Who the fuck is Music Holds the Secrets? Has he ever contributed to a panel?
He's just an ex Jehovah's Witness like Benton. So Benton's got a
well, and like let's be honest. He was Benton was never actually a Jehovah's Witness.
That's what he says.
Hey,
No. He admits that he was never actually a Jehovah's Witness.
Yes,
his parents.
But he claims he was subjected to dogma. I've been around so much dogma.
He does say he wasn't. He
also
also the other day.
At the same time, he still has that dogma from the Jehovah's Witnesses. The exact same mentality, exact same ideology from Jehovah's Witness. Deny the deity of Christ.
He's probably a lifetime agent of theirs. There is.
Who knows?
Oh, definitely. No,
you know,
definitely.
that's what the JW door knockers, they call themselves truthers.
No, I've encountered this like over my lifetime. It's true.
Like
even when they admit, like, "Oh, I've left the church," no, they haven't.
They will tell you about how Constantine wrote a fictional gospel in at the Council of Nicaea. They will all the same shit that these people regurgitate is exactly what Jehovah's Witness also actually believe. So did you break free from that cult programming that you're in, or are you still just regurgitating that same shit without even knowing about it, right? And that what's the first step of brainwashing? convince somebody that they're already brainwashed, and then inject your indoctrination into them.
And then real quick, let me say this. He does say manipulation is the basis of all human interaction.
Oh yeah,
now,
right.
He would say that's taken out of context.
Don't need much context for a statement like that.
That's literally what he says. Manipulation is the foundation of. I'm probably not getting it 100% right, but that's the gist of the quote. Manipulation is the foundation or basis of all human interaction in one way or another. So what does that mean about him? That's what I said too when he talks about his ex-wife. She was acting a certain type of way, and then he thought, I've been treating her too nice this week, so now I'm just gonna start being mean to her. So he's just playing some manipulative mind game rather than just say, hey, why are you acting like this? Like,
it'd be interesting to even really just even kind of hash these topics out with a lot of these things, especially,
they won't do it though.
Yeah,
Well,
I've offered to debate Benton like 3 times. He's refused.
Well, no, anytime you start to do, then the automatic go-to is, well, you're just being a religious dogmatic person. I even Lumatami, shout out to Lumatami, he was just going back and forth in my chats. I called him out for his London Man stream earlier today. I said it was just really kind of boring, and I wasn't actually even directing that towards Lumatami in specific. The stream was just boring, but then he comes back with a retort that, oh, well, you must have left when I started talking about the story of the Noah's Ark being fake. And I was like, hold up, bro. There's no doctrine or dogma or even all the church fathers didn't believe Noah's Ark was an actual fucking literal event, right? Like they always go back to a straw man to where, and I see this with Dick all the time, right? Well, the book is your authority, right? No, the book is not the authority whatsoever. There's nothing that's saying that Christianity is a religion of a book. That's opposite of how it happened, because the book came later. Even with Toilet Bowl, the Orthodox Church, there is no actual canon for the Orthodox Church. There's multiple canons, right? Same thing with Catholics. The official canon didn't happen until the Protestant Reformation, right? But you could look at the church fathers, and they're going to tell you, before you read any of the synoptic gospels, you should read the Didache or Shepherd of Hermas or the Proto-Evangelical of James, like all these other things that go along with it. And most of them did not believe that anything in the Old Testament was literal, right? And it doesn't change whether or not you believe that's literal, because particularly between the Catholic and Orthodox faith, we have a fourfold hermeneutic of interpreting scripture, okay? It's not dialectic whether or not this is literal or whether this is allegorical. It's all of the above, and even more so than that. It can be moral, and it can be historical, it can be figurative, it can be allegorical, and it could be literal, all in the same time, even, right? Because we see this literary effect between the book. The book is great. Is essentially inspired by God, but nobody makes the claim that it's written by God. I don't know anybody that...
Nobody says that.
Nobody says that. And it's a constant straw man that they go back to. This is your book. You got to rely by this book. Here's my interpretation of this verse. You're not following my interpretation of this book verse from this book that I'm claiming has to be your sole authority in your life. That's just not the case.
And you don't act like how I think a Christian should act.
Right, exactly. And it goes back to what we're talking about the great video from New Discourses there.
Yeah,
that is the communist tactic. That's what Benton doesn't know how communist he is.
He's a commie.
He's a commie. 100% commie. Benton, you're a 100% commie. Do I need to repeat that? Benton, you are a 100% commie piece of beep.
Appreciate you shouting at Clouds and Golden Renaissance Productions. I'm gonna pull up that video and drop the link in the chat of the video we keep referencing. But just give me 1 second here. You guys hold it down for what's it called? What's the channel?
That one was a Gnostic Parasite from New Discourses.
No.
Yeah, sad trombone for Benton. I'm sure there'll be an 8-hour stream tomorrow bitching about all this. Go ahead, Benton. We'll send you We'll send you.
About
Yeah,
what?
no, yeah, no, Freedom Girl. I don't have to see the Bible as a perfect work because I don't have to hold it to that kind of level necessarily. Do I think that the Bible is contains maybe perhaps guidelines for morals and stuff like that? Yeah, obviously, but it's a liturgical book essentially. But it is not the sole authority. That's something that comes much later to say that the sole infallible truth of Christianity is a book, and that's just not something I believe in, right? Because not to speak for Orthodoxy, but at least in Catholicism, we have other things that necessarily come before that: natural law, the sense of the faithful, sensus fidelium. There's all these other things that come before that, and also the teaching authority of the church. We have the magisterium. We have these ideas that are allegedly, and we could argue whether or not these ideas were passed down from who we consider to be what you guys call the Christ it being. You're afraid to call him by any name. You got to say Yeshua or Jesus Christ or whatever. There's always got to be some complication, but let's just say that guy, his apostles, like, what was the passed down beliefs of this system? And I feel like people are afraid to look from a neutral perspective. And this is one of the things that he points out in this lecture, which is if Jim Bob's still listening, I think this is also one of the big problems with presuppositionalism is that they believe there's no neutral position. And I don't know how you can arrive to that ideal that there is no neutral position without being in a neutral position whatsoever, right? But if I was looking at this neutrally, if I don't believe in Jesus Christ being the only begotten Son of God, then what the fuck do I care about the New Testament? What the fuck do I care about some Jewish fucking Old Testament? What does any of that mean to me, right? I can read fucking Green Eggs and Ham or The Very Hungry Caterpillar or any of these other shit, and I can arrive to just as much truth of these books than anything else. A book, I am not bound to a fucking book.
Hey, yo,
Stephen David threw down $9.99.
man, I think you're downplaying it.
Is this real? Shouting at Clouds.
I think you're downplaying the importance of the Bible a little bit, EBT.
I am to make a point. I am to make a point.
Okay, that's fair.
Let me just say, appreciate you shouting at Clouds and everyone that's been throwing down tonight.
But my point is not heretical, though. My point is well within the bounds of lowercase o orthodoxy.
Right.
Can I bring Dick up? Dick, do you want to come up? I don't want it to devolve into some like streaming bullshit.
This guy is awful, dude.
Are you guys willing to engage with them or no?
I don't care. I don't care at the moment, but I'll be right back though. I'll be back in a minute.
Well, I'll wait till you're back. Dick and TBE just don't mix.
Meh.
Oh, I thought they liked each other. I didn't watch any. I didn't watch any of the streams, so I don't know. I'll be back in a second. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Was that you, Smiley? Appreciate you. Yeah, so let me play a little bit of this. We're just kind of in the middle of it, but I'll just...
Beneath the West from its foundations, 2,500 years ago or more. A metaphor I want to build off for this talk is actually I want to take you into something Ben Shapiro presented very effectively, his idea that what makes Western civilization is Athens plus Jerusalem. And I'm going to say that that's a stand-in, a symbolic stand-in for reason plus faith. And what I've articulated or started to articulate with this series of talks with the secret religions of the West is that there's a third disposition, not just reason and faith, which is basically not quite Hogwarts, if you've read the books, but Durmstrang, the dark wizard place. It's wizards, it's sorcery, it's Hermeticists and Gnostics using what we called small g gnosis. So what the full formulation, not to take away from Ben Shapiro in any way, but the full formulation should be about what makes Athens plus Jerusalem so great, besides what it provides in a positive sense, is that it boxes out a third geographical location that we use as a metaphor. Athens gets together with Jerusalem to box out Alexandria. And Alexandria, that portion of Egypt, is where allegedly, at least, the Hermetic faith arose. The god Hermes, that it's named after, is called in the Egyptian religions Thoth.
Yeah, this retard in the chat's gonna say the guy mentions Ben Shapiro, so let's discredit the entire 2-hour fucking thing because the guy mentioned the name Ben Shapiro. Fucking retard.
Yeah, no, I didn't actually really kind of agree with this point with Ben Shapiro, but the rest of it's pretty on point. But, well, I mean, the rest of it's
no,
like,
and that's the thing is like you don't
not
have to
on
agree
point.
with
It
every
hits it
single
to a
fucking
T.
thing he has to say. It's like you can still gather the information for yourself.
Yeah.
yeah,
EBT, you have freedom drawer agreeing with you, man. That's a bad sign. Bro.
We'll give him one appeal to a Jew fallacy. We'll allow it, and we'll give him a pass for that. Okay, that's fine.
The Phaedrus directly to the claim he puts into Socrates' mouth the claim that the ideas that they're discussing come from this region of Egypt, from a god called Thoth, who happens to be called Hermes. So the goal, though, is that reason and faith, what I want to communicate to you today, and it would point toward a solution, and I want to give you a lot more clarity on what this Hermeticism, what this Gnosticism is, what it looks like, how it works, but is that when reason and faith work together, they box out gnosis. And so the goal of gnosis is to make sure that one or both of those become corrupted enough or weak enough so that they can operate like a parasite and occupy the position held by one and eventually both. When I say corrupted, I mean made weak, I mean given into the kinds of temptations and corruptions that all hierarchies, all organizations, all institutions are susceptible to. But also this idea that they become subverted from within, that their very core values, their very core ideas get turned against them and transformed into something that they aren't. And I use the word transform there deliberately because it's the word we hear in all of this literature, all the way back and all the way forward to this very day with the 17 Sustainable Development Goals 2, and on their website, and I quote, transform our world, transformative SEL. It's everywhere. That's social emotional learning in your schools. So corrupted, I mean, Athens was corrupted. We can't hold Athens up like it's this pinnacle of reason. Could talk a lot about Plato. We talk a lot about exegesis and authorial intentions. I think it'd be a worthwhile project for us to start trying to dig through, say, the Timaeus and find out what Plato was really referring to.
Yo, we got Hoove Man in the house. What's up, Hoove Man? Long time, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Finally not playing World of Warcraft.
Love that shit.
Shout out to the Hoover, man.
You
Yo,
know
man, fuck this video. Let's play some Wes Watson, dude.
You know who we need back in here is that one guy that used to go against me all the time. I had that big long debate about the cave for the longest time, about jacking off in the cave. What was that guy's name?
Oh, you're talking about, oh man, what's his fucking name, man?
Him and Go Find the Others were like good buddies going against me.
Shit.
Yeah, I can't remember him. I can't remember his name.
The Plague Mask, dude.
No, that was Euphoria. He's thinking
not him.
No, Euphoria was dope too. Like he hates us still though. I see him in Indigrew's chat still. Euphoria, and he's in IPS chat still.
Damn, what the fuck was that dude's name, man? Fuck.
What was it? Yeah, I can't remember it, but that was.
I'm a caveman. This is how I think.
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about. Not Jackson. Where's Jackson too?
He talked like this, kind of. Yeah.
We lost some real ones out here.
No, well, and there was another one too. Who was the other one that would always go? That was always teamed up with Go Find the Others. I was thinking of another different dude too.
Is it Invalis?
No, that's.
You talking about Pharaoh?
No.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's the old.
Razvan's been going hard on Paul Enslaved.
It's the old Koof crew back in the day.
Yeah. Anyway, great content.
Yeah.
What was that
Anyway.
guy's name? You know, the one guy.
Yeah, you guys remember that old guy from
Yeah.
3 years ago? Sure. No, I mean this guy. I mean, it'd be great if we had timestamps to really drill down on this. I would be my idea for this video, because it really is it's just bomb after bomb after bomb. But
It's 2 hours.
he makes huge points, and like one of the big things he talks about is like exchanging exegesis for eisegesis in scripture translation, which is like a huge part of what these guys do. Like they exchange their own personal interpretation of scripture as if it is like the critical, definitive interpretation of scripture, and then it goes back to trying to hold quote unquote Christians to that standard based on their eisegesis of the text, right? Which is in itself is a complete straw man, but just allows them to continually do a Texas sharpshooter kind of fallacy all the time, right? They can Gatling gun out claims and quote scriptures, and then at the same time claim that scripture is not relevant. But then at the same time, you're held by their eisegesis of the text, right?
There you go. Same shit as archaics. Exact same.
Yeah.
It's a common theme
Interesting
amongst
to me
this
how it's
crowd.
all the same shit.
It's almost exclusively the Bible. It's never really any other religious book, so to speak. It's always the Bible, or it's Nag Hammadi.
But if you deny their eisegesis of the text, then you are dogmatic, zealot Christian, and that you need to be expelled from the chat, because they will not tolerate that kind of intolerance. It's just not going to happen.
These people are literally on Talcott saying Drew is evil because I showed that guy's fucking mugshot picture, made a fucking joke of some public forum shit.
People are soft,
evil
bro.
person.
They're soft.
They equate that to evil.
Well, I mean,
evil and good are the same thing.
I would say shout out to at least Paul for kind of attacking that fucking Aaron dude. But I see there's a majority of the people in Paul's chat still think that Aaron dude is bringing some like super incredible gnosis to them. Like, and then even fucking Jack himself. Jack went yesterday. He was like, well, I'm going to cut Aaron. He went on Paul and he said, I'm going to cut Aaron off. I'm not going to interact with that guy anymore or whatever. And then what did he do? He brought that guy back on again today. If you can't tell that motherfucker is A, full of shit, 2, some kind of plant, or 3, fucking completely fucking insane, then I don't care you have no discernment whatsoever.
Zero.
I'm talking to you, sweet Samantha, or whoever the fuck you are, and and Oracle Light, and all these people. Oh, please let Aaron tell me I'm trying to understand these things that Aaron is talking about. Aaron is full of shit. Okay, like bottom line, Aaron is full of shit. He did not channel the fucking Rothschilds. The CIA is not in contact with him. His fucking novelty fucking plasma globe is not a model of how your fucking mind sperm like, come on, people. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Terrible. Yeah, Paul versus Aaron is definitely a let the retards fight moment. So
if I was coming at you with some kind of dumb nonsense like that, oh yeah, come on, bring it on. But I mean, I'm not even, come on, people. This shit's fucking retarded, right? And Jack gets MK altered in real time by this motherfucker. I mean, we saw it again today. That motherfucker comes on, and Jack goes glass-eyed, like.
He'll even kind of close his eyes for a second.
Yeah, Jack's barely there.
And it just goes back to, and then, that Aaron guy came from that one crazy ass fucking panel that Jack was in like last week or whatever, with all these other every single one of them claimed they were fucking Jesus Christ. in some way or another.
yeah,
They all claim
that crazy ass panel. I know
Yeah.
which one you're talking about. I believe that's what all these people think. Some of them won't say it up front. I think ultimately that's what they believe, though.
Now, is there a problem with trying to imitate Christ? No, not at all. Like that is essentially the way of a Christian, right? Is you should be trying to imitate Christ, but that does not mean that you are Christ. And then I know the verse that Paul is always going to go back to is that Christ said that you will do things greater than I. Well, what does that mean? Like, that means the church will do things that are greater than his single missionary, as an incarnated being, right? Like that.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean that you are greater than Christ, and it doesn't mean that you are Christ,
right.
right?
It doesn't mean, he sort of twists it into this self-salvific thing where it's you can become that on your own. You know what I mean? Without any spiritual guidance or nothing like that, or the church. He doesn't believe in Christ anyway, so he kind of divorces that, but he uses his name.
See, to him, Christ and fucking Wes Watson are on the same level. They're just dudes that said cool shit that he thinks
he
is
wants
cool.
to suck Wes Watson's dick, dude.
Right. This is the red letter of Wes Watson. This is how far. This is how in depth their theology goes. Right. This dude said cool things. I think those are cool. Well, some of it. I'll just take the things that I think are cool, and then that's how I'm gonna base my life on. And because he has these results from this, supposedly, even though there are no actual tangible evidence of these so-called results or whatever. I mean, we see where you're at. You're on the internet all day long, smoking blunts, talking to a bunch of other fucking transient miscreants on the internet, right? Like,
denying that fucking blunts are
gluttonous.
Yeah,
that's just food. That's just food.
Only food, bro. Food and drink only.
This is food. It's just food, guys.
We need Wizard in here to break down strictly just the English etymology of that, and then that way we'll know the whole truth, even though that's not even accurate. Like, the amount of etymological fallacies that spew out of these fucking panels is retarded. Like, and at least I shout out to Benton for knowing that shit's bullshit. Like, when these people start breaking down words with hyphens and shit, it's like, that's not even how etymology works. It's literally an etymological fallacy. Okay, y'all talk about logic and reason all the time. You can't break down fucking words like that in English and assume that that's some kind of metaphysical truth about what that fucking word means, okay? Especially in English, because English, the same word can have multiple fucking meanings, okay? So, there's only so many mouth noises that a human can make.
A big part of this is this video that I have up on the screen is they deny the reality, right?
Yeah, that's a big one, right?
Now,
is this real?
Jack did that in real time today when I shared this picture. He said, "Who is that?" And then finally he said, "Oh, that's me." But he acted like he didn't know who this other guy was. And he said, "Well, it looks like my house." So this is a picture that's not that old. And he's acting like he doesn't know who this guy is. He just completely lied in real time. Denying his reality.
Yeah, that's crazy. No, yeah, that is that negation of the real, and which is funny because that is like one of the main memes about Jack Talcott is this even real, man? Right? So
literally.
And you even see this this goes even harder into people that believe in the simulation theory. And Paul actually supports the simulation theory, although he tries to act like he goes against archaics, because I think secretly, maybe secretly, he's jealous of the success that archaics has. And he would hate to say that. And even though we went against Archaics, it's not because we're jealous, because we've always said good on him for coming out here and doing whatever he's doing. But we're not going to stand by the side and not try to attack some of his bullshit, right? That we're free to do that. We are free to attack his bullshit, whatever we want to do, and that's what we will do. So how dare you? How dare you attack us for attacking these other motherfuckers' bullshit? But like, I just feel like the general gist within all these people is that you should just accept any bullshit whatsoever. As long as anybody says some bullshit, you should accept their bullshit.
That's what I said, bro. These people just want to get up on these panels. They just want to say bullshit without any pushback or minimal pushback. I feel like that's what it's all about. They don't want to hear different ideas and exchange ideas. They just want to say some bullshit.
And what was that Talcott said to TBE today? He was something was questioned, and then Talcott tried to get on some kind of high horse. He's like, I feel like a real Christian TBE should be able to answer all these. Do you think there's some kind of is
a multiple choice question?
Right. Do we turn into a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger once you become a fucking Christian or something? That you have all the answers, that you're a perfected being? Like that is a heresy, right? We're not Donatists, right? We don't think that because you're a Christian, that means you're a perfect being that understands everything, and you have no faults and completely impeccable, not necessarily infallible. If we have to get into Pope stuff later, but nobody says that at a Christian is impeccable, right? Whatsoever.
Chemical engineering degree, but then in the other videos it says he's a waiter, and then he gets a waiter job for a mixed multi-level marketing scheme.
Oh,
so this dude here is literally an actor. No,
yeah, that video that one you found where there's a bunch of these other people promoting this. It's multi-level marketing. Like, all these people are engaged in multi-level marketing. Yes. That fucking Scott guy, like all these people are multi-level marketers, and that's why they like Paul's stick, because Paul has a good stick. And props to you, Paul. You have a good stick.
Gift of gab. I'll give him that.
Gift of gab. Yeah.
Look at all these people. These are beautiful people. This is actors.
Yeah, look at all these. What did they even do for this? Like, when you drill down, there's no what was the system that led them to the success?
My name is Timmy, and I'm a member of the Daily Business Hustle, thankfully so. So when did I join? I officially joined about a month ago, and at the beginning of that month, I had plans for starting a business and had these big goals. But so 2 weeks ago,
whoops, I fucked it up. My bad.
My name is Tim. Had an option if you have the right skills, if you have some skills. So I decided to do freelancing this 2 weeks ago. So what was I doing before this 2 weeks and before this month? Like, for 3 years after college, and hating the job that I was in, and just going in and out of odd jobs, and thinking about online business and trying things here and there, not really committing, and not really having people around me that I saw were succeeding. I wasn't getting enough success, and just doing these shitty side jobs like working at restaurants, and what else? Working at daycare, little kids places, things like that. And honestly, all of those things were always just to get by, so I can spend time on online business, whatever the hell that was. So now, let's see.
He's not saying anything.
What was I doing before? So what changed? So in the past 2 weeks, I committed to do the freelancing because I learned how to do web design. I'm not a real coder. Just learned how to do WordPress and themes and plugins, and I have an eye for design, so it's easy for me to do that. So I had in the past 2 years made a few sales just from cold walk-ins, but I never had anything consistently. So in the past 2 weeks, I really started to commit and use the freelancing website that Alex recommends, Upwork.com, and I today got a $2,000 sale just by using the concepts that he recommends, using the script that he says, making it about the client, not about you. And the job had 58 proposals, and mine got through just because I was using these techniques, and anybody can fucking do it. So I'm going to deliver the client an e-commerce website, and it's just so great to be in this group and seeing what all these guys are doing, their successes and failures, and I can't recommend it highly enough. So
Yeah, see, this is the same fucking bullshit. Whether it's selling Cutco knives, or you're gonna make millions of dollars doing Airbnb flips and all this kind, like it's the same fucking bullshit over and over again. Multi-level marketing, and then they'll get into, well, I use the law of attraction. I hold by the law. We're not Oprah level. We're not Oprah level people here, but yet we'll appeal to the law of attraction. That's right. Pyramid schemes, Ponzi schemes. Look how fake this website looks. Look at these people.
These people are all actors on them. You can just tell.
Yes, that's Timmy from Paul. That's that little
It's
slimy.
Alex, and I'm here with famous,
That little
famous
slimy
Timmy,
Jew.
you may know from
Yep.
previous videos and Alex Benton shows and all that kind of stuff. He has returned after being gone for nearly a year, fallen off the face of the earth, of flat earth, and now he's
so
back,
much
crawled
money.
back to the flatness of the earth, and he's back with us. I'm just kidding. Whoever watches this, I'm not actually crazy. I'm just joking, of course. But Timmy has returned. That part is true. And he used to be, in case you don't know, Timmy used to be what were you, like a server, a waiter in a restaurant, Timmy, right?
Yeah, waiter/bartender. Yeah.
Like gave up on his dream
Bartender
of
to
becoming an engineer
six-figure
after getting his $200,000 engineering degree, but then
Can you believe it?
waited tables. So sad, like a tiny little tears going down my face. So what was it like, Timmy, to work for an Indian company as your first employer?
Oh yeah, we talked about this before.
Are you
It's such
comfortable
a-
talking about this? Are you feeling comfortable right now?
Tom, it's red, so but I mean, if it was pink, it'd be okay too. So yeah, the first, it's so ironic. My first engineering job was with an unanimously all Indian company. Whatever, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just funny now how I look at how I was the simple, just do this 3-step process thing over and over every day, and now how 2 years later, everything is so much different because
It is.
it's
You
like
got to
totally
act
reversed.
a certain way. If you're
there's
people
no-
that don't believe in it are
I
going
don't
to
have
hold
to,
you to a standard how
I
they
don't have to
believe
take orders
that
from
it's
anyone,
supposed
and
to be.
I'm helping people in
Team.
they call them third world countries to sometimes have jobs now. So it's like totally reversed.
That's interesting. So, and what were you expected to do? That was your first job out of university. So what were you expected to do? What was it like? And how did it feel?
Yeah, it was not glamorous. I thought it was going to be.
Okay, I can't listen to that guy's voice anymore.
Okay, but here's the hypocrisy, right? Like, and this is where, like, I have a problem with trying to understand what these guys' point is. Like, especially like with Paul. Am I echoing? Is there an echo? No. Okay, especially with Paul doing the Wes Watson thing. I don't understand if he's doing Wes Watson ironically or not. Like, I kind of feel like he's.
So.
I don't think he is.
I think he
right?
wants to suck that dude off.
Right. So it's okay to elevate yourself within a capitalist system of the beast, right? You can achieve these things and get these things, right? But if somebody has these things, then you're going to attack them. I just don't get where they're coming from. I especially do not agree with the Wes Watson. He's, you fucking beta boys are getting triggered because Wes Watson. Bro, Paul, you believe that Andrew Tate is like, okay, well, he does not necessarily agree that Andrew Tate is a real individual, right? But at the same time, he'll say, well, everything Andrew Tate is saying is legitimate truth, right? Like, come on, guy. Andrew Tate is obviously a agent of the fucking system, sir.
See, does he not understand that?
No. But,
Hey, here's Talcott's boy. Talcott's handler.
oh, there's a Red Bull. Oh, shit. Get the 6079 in here. We got the Red Bulls in there. It's a papal bull, yo. Papal bull.
That's Aaron.
Red Bull. Bible. Chicago Bulls. I just don't get the. That's what's so hilarious because like he'll ask you what your accomplishments, achievements, all this kind of shit is, and then as soon as you react to his question, then he'll attack you as being a worldly slave, and then he'll end with playing Wes Watson, who is this allegedly fucking faggot that came out of prison and now he's driving fucking Bugattis and fucking living in Miami or some shit, right? Like that seems reasonable to me. This guy achieved all this fucking knowledge. This faggot achieved all this knowledge in prison, and now he's gonna tell you how you can have Bugattis and fuck whatever dude you want to fuck at Miami Beach, just by listening to his knowledge, right? It's the same thing as the fucking what's the meme guy? Remember the meme guy that used to be on every YouTube fucking advertisement? The knowledge guy in the garage with the fucking Lamborghinis. You know what I'm talking about?
No idea.
Taj or whatever his name. You know, he would always start the video with, you know what I love? I love knowledge. And he'd be in the garage and there'd be books and fucking Lamborghini. No, it's a meme thing. How do you guys not know what I'm talking about? Everybody knows what that is.
This has got to be. So on the left, that's before he found Paul and Slave's channel. And on the right, that's after he found Paul and Slave's channel.
How do you guys not know who I'm talking about? Damn it.
Sounds familiar.
Ty Lopez. Yes. These guys are on Ty Lopez level shit. Yeah, that's where they're at.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
I mean, these guys talk about like self-help gurus, like they're like legit people. Who's the other guy? Self-help guy, big
David
guy.
Wolcott?
Tony Robbins.
They constantly talk about Tony Robbins, like this. Like
Dude,
this is
guy you walking on coals and shit.
Yeah. Holy fuck, dude! Like this is what they can't grasp, right? Is like they can't grasp that we're coming from a neutral position, that we can just say that this Tony Robbins is fucking bullshit. That doesn't mean that I'm fucking a dogmatic Christian or some bullshit. I'm just telling you, Tony Robbins is fucking bullshit and an agent of the fucking beast system. What the fuck are you guys talking about? He's not saying anything. There's no fucking law of attraction. None of this fucking bullshit, okay? I can sit in my fucking tent or my trailer all day long and fucking imagine all this fucking Bugattis and shit. It doesn't mean I'm gonna get a motherfucking Bugatti, okay? There's no law of attraction. That is new age bullshit, Oprah level fucking thinking, okay? And if you don't think that is, get the fuck out. You can talk about it however long you want, though. But I have free will, and I have the right to be able to tell you that you're bullshit. And you have the right to come and tell me that I'm bullshit if you want to.
You can't say they're bullshit. A Christian can't say that.
I just did. No, that is not the case. Never once is that the case.
This dude kicked down his mama's door. He had a one-hitter on him.
Right, that's what they say. They'll say that you can't attack anybody, but then little bit down the road, they'll talk about Christ kicking the Pharisees out or kicking the money changers out of the temple or something. But if you try to do that, well, a Christian shouldn't do that. That's not what the Christ is being taught. You can't do that.
But you're supposed to live like Christ and act like Christ.
Christ said himself, I came not to bring peace upon the earth, but a sword. Okay? Hate your brother, hate your sister, hate your mother, hate your father. Shout out to Wizard. He quotes that one a lot, I think. But even that, well, are we taking it literal, or are we taking it as an allegory, or are we taking it as a parody? Like, where are we going with this? What we can't base our entire world off a fucking book. That's just not how it works.
Who is this? I am the Dow dude. I can't figure out who that is.
It's probably Pro.
You know, I'm honest. No. I'm thinking it's Rusty Shackleford is who I think it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
I was thinking it was Carl for a while, but it's not.
Carl's
Carl.
a Benton simp now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, yeah, I did see him saying some dumb shit. I don't know if he's just trying to stir the pot or.
No, I think that's real. Because he believed in the Koof.
Yeah, I am the Tao is a legend, whoever he is. Hashtag sleep without fear. Like we've had
He's funny as shit, though.
He's
for
funny
real.
as shit. Yeah, no, epic
I'm dying when I see
epic
this
chat,
motherfucker.
dude. Yeah, he's one of my favorite. Well, probably is my favorite chat troll. Yeah, I'll say that.
Yeah, he's a good
Somebody
troll.
with this. Somebody keeps saying the Orthodox Church in America believes in evolution. That's pretty much false, bro. I don't know where he's heard that.
Yeah, there's no.
Yeah, what?
Nobody has to believe in evolution in any church, or well, in the between Orthodox.
Yeah, it's so weird when they say shit like that. Like, this is what we read at liturgy. You know what I mean? Like that's
Darwin.
part of the church service. Is the
and then
dinosaurs.
the monkey became the man.
Yeah. Give me some Darwin.
Up to the ages of ages. and then the dinosaur fucking animatronics come out. Near the altar. Is that what you think happens?
First there was dinosaurs, and then there was the monkeys, and then came the man. Amen. No, that shit.
Yeah.
That shit
Pretty
doesn't
good.
happen.
You're a little tone deaf, but you're getting there.
Yeah. No, see, usually I'm in the pew and I just kind of mouth the shit when it happens. I just look at the missile and pretend like I'm following around at Latin Mass. Like I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, our liturgies are kind of similar, I guess. I've never been to an actual Roman Catholic Mass, so I don't think I'm allowed to go over there. Am I not?
I'm gonna drop the link. Get ready, soldiers.
You're
Paul
allowed to.
Enslaved, you
You're
can't
allowed
come
to
up.
go.
I know you're lurking. I
And
can't
you
let
could-
Paul up because he's gonna retaliate.
You could have communion as well. So
Paul will retaliate.
What in the hand? I'll take the golden spoon. I'll take the spoon, bro. Golden spoon, bro.
I gotta pin that link. The chat wants Blueberry Tommy.
he won't do it. Tommy's just like Benton.
All these
You can't.
people have
you can't,
that. You can't tell me what to do.
You can't
demon.
tell me
All
what
of
to
them.
do.
Yes.
Yeah.
The crowd wants it. Give the crowd what the fuck they want, man.
Is this Bokere? Yeah, it probably is. This
Okay.
primal world.
There's
Okay.
98 in the chat. I think 33 of them are Bokere socks.
But I will
Primal
say,
world dystopia. That sounds like Bokere.
I will say, in Tommy's defense, though, when people are demanding that makes it less funny, though. Like if you have to, I can understand where he's coming from, because then you're being forced to perform
It's not
when you
even
come
true.
on.
Well,
No, it's true. It's
well.
true. It's true. It's very true. Very true.
Just in case. We'll do it.
Oh no, not what you were saying. I was reading the comments.
Just in case it's Bokere. Auto Bach block.
Well, fuck. Bring
Block
Broker
blockers.
on here. I don't
The
care.
Bach blockers.
What's he gonna do?
Who?
Bokere.
He's not gonna do shit ever. He's already he's just gonna lurk in the shadows and type some bullshit.
Oh man.
He'll never go on any not even these panels. He wouldn't even go on a panel with his own people because he knows he's
I've
getting
had enough. I
fucking
quit.
wrecked.
I quit the YouTube. Nobody wants to support the channel.
I guess
Yeah.
I don't understand. I mean, he did come against you guys hard, but like,
It's been years. Like, move the fuck on, dude.
I'm still a mod in his chat. And, you know, so
Yeah, it's just more of your Jesuit shenanigans. We all know what you do, bro.
he did a great stream on forklifts the other day. In case you guys didn't check that one out, check out Bokere
No,
Precision.
we
on
didn't check
YouTube.
it out because he's a fucking demon of a person, dude. Are you kidding me? He wants to wear my face and kill my family. That's what he wants, but he doesn't have the balls to do that.
Oh, he already took down the community one where he was crying about not getting any viewers.
Nobody
It's okay. I have a
supports me.
screenshot on my phone. Where's
I'm
my phone?
tired of doing this.
Dude's a literally fucking crazy person.
Fuck you, dude.
I do agree. I do agree with him getting a tinfoil wig, though.
That's
It's
definitely
just a wig.
that's a fucking wig, man. Are you kidding me?
He got
With
real
fur
mad. He got real mad when I said something about that. And I wasn't even trying to like make fun or talk shit. I was like, holy shit, bro! Like, I didn't know you had that kind of hair. Like it's different to me. You know?
I can't press play because he'll try to do copyright strike 100%, but that's
Oh, yeah,
a wig
he's just
for sure.
waiting for you to hit that play button.
That's a wig.
It's a fucking wig, man. Are you kidding me?
I don't know. I can't say that for sure. I'm not going to get
Hold on,
dogmatic
let's
on it.
zoom in.
That's Dogma, dude. That's
Let's
fake
zoom
hair. Dogma. Oh, goodness gracious. It's about that time.
Oh, the
When Tommy
blueberries.
comes on the panel, yeah, that's a wrap. This guy's retarded.
Oh yeah, from a bunch of cuck pussies. Can you hear me yet?
Oh, great. Here he goes.
How are we cut?
Well, you got this coming. You guys have had this coming. Where's my goddamn window?
Oh, there we
Hold on.
go. Yeah, that's a fucking wig, man.
Is this a wig, Tommy?
Turn him down a little bit. It's a little.
Is this a
little
wig?
low.
Yeah, I got a headphones right now. You might want to turn it down, and I
Yeah,
might
turn
have to
Tommy
put it to
down
you
to a
guys.
dull
Hold on.
roar.
You can only do one thing at a time.
I don't know what you're talking about, Toilet
Oh,
Bowl,
God,
because
Jesus
I've
Christ.
been
Please
trying to
turn
get
Tommy
a
down,
message
turn
to
this
please.
you.
guy down, man. He's so loud. Holy shit. There we go.
Give
That's
me a
good.
second. I had to find
Okay,
the fucking
that's better.
blueberry thing. Yeah,
Can
I
the-
had to
can-
switch
can
the
the blueberry?
headset.
Hold up, Tommy.
Well, the
Can the
crowd's got
audience-
the blueberry, and it's only
Tommy,
because you
shut the
can't
fuck
take
up,
120
Tommy.
bucks
Jesus
to let me
Christ.
up here.
It hasn't even been
Well,
a
you want to
minute
talk
yet,
about the
Tommy.
guy's
Shut
wig?
the
You know I'm coming up here
Tommy.
for all three of you. You want to talk about a wig because you're cucks.
You're,
You're
going, you're
you're
claiming the
low-test
$100
betas.
now too, or what?
Would you have got $100 without me fronting 20 and him trying to fucking capitalize?
Yeah,
Did you see how
ludicrous.
surprised you were, Drew? Is that
Do you
so
want
common?
10%. What do you want?
I want you to sit down and realize you're not honor able, that all you guys are being
Oh.
bitches, despite that book you're fronting like Wiz is.
Fuck out of here.
Okay, here we go again. Let's
We want a real channel, but when we want a real
No, that's
challenge
fine,
to the
that's fine,
things we
that's fine. No,
believe, and
that's
when
fine.
he gets here,
That's fine.
What's going on?
Apparently you weren't fucking listening. Fucking
I've been listening for
Blueberry.
longer lore than you
Apparently
guys
you
are
weren't
aware of.
because you're already coming in here with fucking straw man again. But go
It's a
ahead,
total
continue,
perpetual
sir.
Fucking spiral, Tommy. You're just spiraling.
That's just
like your
hype.
entire
That's hype
energy
defense. Do you guys want to get down to brass tacks?
Let's go.
I've heard from all these streets for months that I'm obsessed with a guy that you guys just can't quit. You just can't quit him. And I'm the one trying to fucking avoid the goddamn dude. I'm the one that fucking
use his
Truther Cop
lingo.
was scared he shows up over me. And you guys are sitting here like, Drew, you show up every day until we played that gun show. And you guys don't even respect like that. My gun show was for Croco, and that was coming off all my gun show heat. And he started that stand up for Croco shit. And I said, there's your Croco boy. There's a gun on your stream. I don't give a fuck.
Croco's cremated. He's not going to stand up. I mean, the joke's not even funny. Like
It's not
pathetic.
funny. That's why I fucking gun showed him. And he like you guys, he'll take that and not mention the stand-up Croco thing, and he'll just go cry to the streets. Even told Jack, warned Jack that I showed a gun on his panel, and Jack knows I wouldn't come to Jack's panel and show a gun, even if you guys are right about some of the shit you're saying. But you're also wrong because you don't have enough lore like that faggot Stephen David's trying to talk. I was wrong about him. I gave Stephen David triple chances, and he's just a bitch faggot trying to deny his closetedness, just like that guy you had on here a little while ago.
What guy?
Sorry, not sorry. I don't know. I think it might have been Bong Ripper to my
Bong
disappointment.
Ripper?
I
What-
thought I
Oh,
liked
Bong
Bong
Ripper.
Ripper.
Bong
No,
Ripper.
he's just Canadian. He's just Canadian. That's common.
A closeted Canadian. It's typical.
Yeah.
Just like this
He's
cuck
pretty
that's
straight.
turned his camera off because he's
I
got a
think
wedding
bangs
ring
a bu-
on.
He
can't
bangs a
keep
bunch
his
of hot
camera on.
bitches, though. I think he does all right. I think.
Dude, that's why the Bloodhound Gang made a song called I Wish I Were Queer so I could get chicks. Dig. Guys that are queer, guys that don't dig chicks, that don't dig guys like me. See, I'm not queer, I'm too ugly. And then it goes in all the reasons it'd be awesome to be gay.
Perfect for Blueberry. That's great.
Incognito as a gay though, but not actually. That way a pseudo homophony.
Yeah.
You guys don't deserve me. I don't deserve you guys
No, we
talking
don't.
shit, leaving
We
me in
don't.
the chat.
No, I appreciate
JT in the chat can suck a dick. I've seen
We
him.
didn't even
follow
have
me
the
to
link
other
wasn't
panels.
even up for anyone, dude. So
It wasn't. for
Oh,
anybody,
I know,
so.
but I'm the one you know you're dishonorable to, Drew.
Who
and
did,
let me.
wait, no. Hold up, Tommy. Who did we bring up here?
I had to get that
Yeah,
fucking
hey,
Paul
Blueberry.
imitator to get up here. It
Do
wasn't
that Blueberry
120.
face again. Yeah, that's it. Yep. We brought you here, Tommy, because we love you and we respect you, sir.
Oh, you might love me. You don't respect me. That's
And
what
the
I
only
look for,
reason you're
too.
here is because you blueberried the fuck up, sir.
And that's the only reason I blueberried the fuck up, because usually the blueberries on the
Yeah,
same cast that
yeah,
you're
cuck.
on TV.
You're a cuck. You're a fucking cuck to the panel, sir.
No,
Fucking
I heard.
cuck, beta boy can't even stand on his own rights and freedoms. Got a blueberry up to come on the fucking stream. Pet kept blueberry. Fucking just another fucking fruit on the bush, just like everybody else of you slaves here in this.
He's just digging that hole. Yeah, because $120 didn't get me up here. It was,
that was retarded.
Paul imitator.
Why did you do that?
Wanting to see a berry. That's what got me. When I heard you guys fucking rep to him, watch how I just said, "Oh, Tal, they like you. Can you get me a link, bro? I'll give you that berry shit." You could have just joined. You could have just joined our Discord, and you could have got the link for free. I don't Discord because Cage already ruined Discord for me. All those other types of Christians that had me on Discord, specifically because of my Paul rivalry. Yeah, they already ruined Discord for me, and I ain't got the phone room for it if I cared that much. You know what you could do? You could act like you're on my newscast and just let me on this goddamn link when I ask for it. Like, you guys, $20 is only significant because that's what Drew lost at the gas station for his Godsmack. I only give Grace Thorpe $1 a message if she makes me message over. I said, bitch, you know I'm rich because you don't get more than $1 a message. Because I'm like, how many dollars does it take to just add my Snapchat so I can tell you how you and your dad are fucking up when you're fucking up? Tell you when you're doing good. Have you seen how much history he has in these streets, and he doesn't know the fallacies he's doing? Like, he's got success. They both have success options.
That's the shtick, dude.
Yeah, Tommy, I think you came late to the game on the Thorpe.
No, Steven.
No,
okay, your cuck boy, Steven. Steven was worried that he was actually touching his daughter. You guys are late.
No,
I showed up.
No. Steven's also pretty late on that game, and he kind of takes it a little too seriously.
He's pretty late on uncloseting, if you think about it. He's real late on, like, bro.
I mean, you know, I'm the first mod on the Thorpe channel, right? I was the very first person to be a mod on that channel.
Right, but I don't know why a person not a mod on this channel knew to say bye, Tommy, and knew what chat was gonna get me buyed. And I'm still buyed like a unslaved over here. And you guys think you're legit. No, you're doing unslaved shit, talking shit about unslaved.
You're here right now, Tommy. We didn't allow anybody else to come up here.
Hey, Paul got wrecked by me, bro. It's over.
But I am wrecking you. And you guys are still playing this logic of, oh, you're loved and you're up here now. I was almost done typing, guys. If it's not for the grace of Tao passing through and me seeing you guys props him, I would have probably left by now. Like, it's hard to get into how in depth. Like, EBT, you got this thing where you're not in hot enough for me to give you that shit. The reason I have so much hammer to drop on Toilet Bowl Earth and New Christian Drew is because they've set themselves up for it with their bullshit and hypocrisies. Like, Drew, show us the thing you were reading again. It doesn't defeat the fact that, yes, you were indeed reading it publicly, typing in your copyright-free Christian graphics. Like, you're a front, dude. You're fucking the reason Hank Hill said the church shouldn't jump on the X Games skateboarding shit. Because even Hank Hill said, yeah, X Games will die. Christianity doesn't die with X Games. Why front it with X Games? And you're that type of guy that doesn't get that. And you just want to put
no idea what you're talking about.
I know, because you're a fake fucking Christian fronter. Just because you're mad at Paul, you think you got to join a Christian army, sit and read your spiritual warfare prayer to gear up. Come get these hard plates, son. That's the shit you pray before gearing up, because that's the shit that will end you. Paul will never end. I will never end, and you guys will just cycle it.
Tommy,
so
what
the prayer activated the demon in you, I'm guessing.
No, I'm being fucking
what you
guys
about?
Say you are.
I mean, there are parts in that I think I received that I think that somewhat maybe perhaps.
What the fuck up, EBT? Quit being an ecumenist.
No. Let me.
No, he's tiptoeing on. Should I deny my friends for righteousness? That's what he's tiptoeing on.
I'm not tiptoeing. I'm making nuance and I'm making distinctions. But like there are some things I maybe perhaps would would agree with in there.
Hey,
But-
Toilet Bowl. I think EBT and Drew, while they're like relatively cool dudes, are just proof you ain't that real shit because this is what's flocking to you. You're like trying to pump out a quick Christian through Drew.
Tommy.
I'm the one
Okay.
he said that God
Tommy.
doesn't hear my
Tommy.
prayers. What are you
Tommy.
Tommying me?
Tommy.
Nobody knows what the fuck you're even talking about ever.
Well,
dude.
I'm talking about shit you were involved in. Are you pulling a yurt on me? This Barry don't get yurted that
Oh,
easy.
no. We will not do any
Very
birding
Youre.
around here. No birds
No,
around
yurt.
here.
Did you yurt
No, Bert.
me?
No, Bert.
Yurt with books.
Nobody knows what the fuck you're
Bert.
talking about, dude.
Oh, they
Alright,
all
yurt
know,
is
Drew.
rare.
You're just late. They all know
Right.
that when you
Does
yurt
anyone
me,
know
that
what the
means
fuck
you
this guy's talking about?
deleted 3 channels to come back and pretend you weren't there for those 3 channels. I think
You
that's
know,
what you guys are trying to pull with.
What three? What are you talking about? Why don't you like spell it
In
out?
a yurt with books, as the lore, Stephen, as the lore states, Stephen David, closeted Christian. The lore shows that in a yurt with books, deleted 3 channels to try and
Yeah, we know
pretend he
this.
didn't know what was up with all this Paul shit. He wanted to come back in as a exclusive reporter. Oh, look at the 3 cams down. And mine
Yeah,
don't
you're-
count because y'all wanted this Barry
You
shit.
read the room,
You
Tommy?
know, the most of the people got familiar with Bert from his diatribe that he ran against Archaics, and then there happened
You're
to be
not
an
talking about in a yurt with books.
Yes, I am, sir.
Who doesn't know
There
about
ha-
that?
I think
There was
this is
an-
a fog. This is a smoke screen to avoid
Sir,
why I came
sir,
the fuck up here.
Sir,
Oh,
Mr.
we were
Barry,
all there, Jessica. And
Mr.
why would you
Barry.
let your try and tell you he
Mr.
wasn't
Barry.
there? Because we were there.
Barry.
Mayor
Calm down.
Marion Barry,
Barry.
please. I've gotten status since the last time you saw me. Now I'm now
Barry.
Mayor Marion Barry. Meme Barry.
Barry.
Remember that.
Barry. So the majority of the people probably that came to his audience came to it because he did a video against Archaics, critiquing Archaics, and there happened to be an interview between one Mr. Burt and one Mr. Cuckbody Outline.
Are you saying B-U-R-T?
Okay, never mind. I'm done.
No, I'm asking because I can't hear your syllable. It's my ears. It's my ears. Are you
Bert
saying
rhymes
like
with
Bert
yurt.
and Ernie?
Bert rhymes with yurt, you retard.
Right, but do you know I'm talking about the rhymed word?
Yes, Jesus Christ, dude. Try to follow
Okay,
along.
we don't
Keep up,
know him
Tommy.
from any
You're too
archaic
far
shit
behind.
because I didn't know archaics till you guys. We know Yurt
That's-
from being one of Paul's early targets. How about
But
that?
we
He's a
don't
cult
mind.
Yeah,
member.
so we knew him
his,
before
Yes,
you.
that was way afterwards when he
We knew him
started going.
before you.
Right.
Then that just proves you're
Okay,
doing
hold-
the thing where you've talked to people and acted like you don't have long ass history while you have new conversations with them.
No,
It's very
sir.
unslaved of you.
No, nobody
yeah.
knows this. Nobody knows these lores better than us, sir. Like,
Then why you fucking up the timeline? You acting
we're
like
not.
you're longer
You
than
just
me.
don't
trying?
know
We're,
it.
we're informing you of the timeline, sir. You're missing the point here, sir.
Okay, well, let me tell you the alternate timeline of your obsession, people.
Obsession of who?
I was
Of
the
what?
lone conflict in
Oh
the
my God.
Unslaved clan, and we
No,
all
you were
found
not,
out about
Tommy.
you
Sound
all
like a
together.
fucking unloved bitch that he just cast aside.
Yeah,
and you're
this is why
scorned.
they keep doing. This is why they keep going. Yeah.
Wait, are you
No,
going
no, no.
back to Paul lore
Mm.
about me? Because this is how EBT
I don't
fucked
even
up
know
my
the
first
history,
visit.
but I can tell you're a scorned bitch.
No, you're a
That's how
bitch
you
with
act.
my fucking money I don't need, and you got 2 wives for 2 kids that I'll be surprised if you keep
Oof.
those. Not very Christian.
Oof.
Your metal handlebars for like brushing your
Get 'em,
teeth with
Tommy.
my dick
Get 'em,
is
Tommy.
well placed. Drew, you're an
Jesus
escapist.
Christ.
And if Toilet Bowl's trying to make you a Christian, he ain't doing a good job to sit here and avoid this shit over hype. This
And
is schoolyard
escapist.
hype. This is Paul strategy. And I don't care to fucking get
Nobody
you
knows
all
what you're
straight.
talking about, dude. That's the problem.
All right.
What are
guys,
you talking
guys,
about?
Guys,
What were you making?
Guys,
Why would you
guys,
make a video
guys,
about me and not know
guys,
what I'm talking
Because it
about?
was funny as fuck.
Guys,
I put it
I'm
I'm
in
what
the
as fuck?
chat.
Turn your camera on. I can't hear you so good when you're hiding like a bitch slave.
can we do some Wim Hof? Can we do some Wim Hof? We need to
How
kind
about
of bring this
I
back.
can go NPR at any time that Drew's ready to stop
Because you're
running
making
like a
fun of
little
your
cunt
buddy
bitch from the
Ben.
shit he knows is true. I've already explained it on other channels. He can't explain away. It's what I do to all of you. It's why I rotate panels
Fuck are
to
you
make sure the
talking
truth
about?
gets out there.
You're just
Now, I'm sorry you
rattling
weren't
on.
raised
Nobody
any
knows what
better
you're talking
than
about,
Paul was, but Drew, I know you were a big fucking bully through your childhood. You
know
ooze and
that.
secrete bulliness just like you do on your fucking channel.
I
That
secrete
shit
bulliness.
that shit that you proudly
Why, 'cause I
say
don't take
Croco
people's
hated
shit?
me for, that comment was yours, Drew. You're the
comment?
one that it's
What are you
like
talking
having
about? What the fuck are you
someone who
talking
had a
about?
conversation about a thing describe it to us. That's not Croco. I just didn't know it at the
I
time.
need some lithium or something.
Bro,
Oh, you're playing the drug card? Even the cult's not playing the drug card anymore.
there's a poll in the
Give me a
chat.
lobotomy,
Why
Tommy.
don't you look at the poll in the chat, Tommy?
Oh, why don't you look at $120 in the chat and wipe my fucking ass with it?
Tommy,
What
I
are you
think need
trying
a
to do, Drew?
lobotomy.
You fucking bully. I'm here to do it. Let's throw
I'm a
down, boy.
bully.
I don't care
You're
if I look
getting
like a
bullied. If you get
blueberry. Let's
bullied by
do
me,
it,
that just
Podna.
means you're a pussy.
I love that the blueberry.
you're a pussy.
Looking right at.
See?
Drew,
See how
No,
I just
you.
flipped that
No,
on you?
you, Tommy.
Yeah, why am I a pussy? Because I'm the one fighting to get on your panel. What's so pussy about that? I'm the
No,
one
you.
giving out my cross streets knowing you won't show up because you got two
And you're
kids
the
to raise.
only
I'm gonna
one.
fly
You're
across
the
the
only
country,
one.
Tommy. I'm gonna
We're
leave my
the-
wife and kids here to fly across the country to make some fucking.
No, you're
blueberry
gonna
jam.
fly across the country and have an excuse for me to like see your wife on the side. She is cute, but I don't go for like after you pushed
Goes
a
the
couple
Paul
kids out.
wannabe shit again.
Oh, I'm the Paul wannabe shit when you guys gave me my history off of his information, but he's still your enemy, huh?
He's destroyed. I fucking ruined him yesterday.
He's not
He can
destroyed. It never
come back
ends.
against
You're
me
new,
ever again.
bro. It never ends. You think he's destroyed? This is a good horror
Yeah,
movie
that
clip
was
right
a
here.
checkmate.
This
It's
isn't
over for
over,
me and
Drew.
Paul.
This is just beginning. It never stops because we can't hurt each other. Except I can hurt you, can't I, Drew? Whenever you try and sleep at night and you remember these Barry's words, I can hurt you. I mean, I didn't need a random British panel to fucking give me props all day, but I can say I'm pretty refreshed from it. Not that I was ever worn
the
down.
man not hot. The man not hot.
I just like to see that somebody gets it and makes a badass nostalgic fucking 007 video about me. And that's what I gave you props for, Drew, is you make nostalgic as fuck thumbnails. You got skill at thumbnails.
Yeah.
But as far as the words we don't make the definitions to, you're all fucking failing just off of your little bitch session. You sound like church women. You sound like my mom getting home from church and calling the old ladies that she
why
just
is he
sat
so
with at church.
loud? Why is he so loud? Tommy is very easily manipulated, right? So
No, Tommy is not easily manipulated. Do
all
you
he has to do
think
is
me
make this
getting
video.
loud at your
All he has
patheticness?
to do is make a video about him. And now he
All
loves
you
this
got to
guy.
do is turn my volume down and quit bitching with responsibility, faggot.
You know what I've known about these guys? They make these.
You know
long
what I note about
diatribes,
you?
and I
That you
swear
sat
they
here
think
quiet a
they're
long
doing
time,
something.
TBE, and I got a whole grit
Yeah,
just for you.
Crazy that
And you'll make
let's go.
another video off of it, and I love it.
Hey, I just want to say, Tom, if this ends, Tommy, you're welcome. I'll go ahead and continue to my channel if this.
That's
goes
why you're the
here.
one. That's why you're the good one, EBT. That's why I always go to bat
Don't
for you.
say-
I know
no,
you're
don't-
just making a mistake.
Don't
Those
make
two are
those
lost.
claims. Don't make those claims on me, sir. Don't make those claims on me.
Okay,
You
we'll
can't judge-
work it
you
out.
can't judge
He's
me.
right.
You
He
can't
likes
judge me.
He's right.
Hey,
You
turn
can't
your
judge me.
camera on. Let's see it, crybaby. You're married, aren't you? You got a beard, don't you? Let me show you how none of that matters when I wreck you, fake Christian bitch. You told a
gonna
motherfucking
wreck-
child of God that his daddy doesn't hear him. Like, I wasn't offended. It just showed me you're a joke. And it showed me you're a joke when Grace said, how do I stop
What are you talking
masturbating at the
about,
idea of
dude?
sending
Hey.
shampoo dick pics to Milo? And you said, read your Bible, girl. Read your Bible.
How about we talk about the Thorpes? Because
How about I keep ripping toilet bowl? Because I ain't up here to talk about the Thorpes. I'm the fucking Thorpes manager.
The Thorpes
Are
are
you
on
doing like a
Destiny now.
Paul
You missed it.
impersonation right now, or what's going on?
No, I'm doing an impression of what
Guys,
someone would
just go-
sound like
just go
ripping
with
your
the bit.
fake ass toilet bowl. Toilet
fucking
bowl, you keep
awful, dude.
forgetting.
You're so
Drew
boring,
and
dude.
EBT
You
are
think
who
you're
I
doing
found through
something,
you.
but you're
You
not.
captivated
None
me
of
with
this
your
matters,
Christ
dude.
cross trudging red fucking gif. I came to your channel to be like, who's those dudes that were having a problem with Paul? Because I can solve that problem. And just like We Are Asleep TV,
over.
look at you, my enemy, because I was like, hey, Paul's easy. Oh, were you
This is why I
talking while I
wore
was
you down
laying you
and
out,
exercised
TBE? That doesn't
because
help you learn from it.
You have zero fucking restraint. You have zero social skills. You're
No, I know when to
don't
cut
get triggered
loose. I
by
have
it.
all the social skills in the world, but you don't
Don't
see
get
enough
triggered by
panels
him.
to know you're getting wrecked by a
I'm not
guy
gonna get
that
by
you
him.
don't know.
He's
And
easily
nobody watches your
manipulated.
panel either, TBE, if it's not for these two gentlemen.
Tommy, just
I'm
like a
sitting here
couple
mad
of
at Drew, and
albums,
he's half your
Why-
views. I'll even admit that.
Tommy,
About
What-
90% of the
Are you
chat,
talking to
Tommy,
yourself?
can't understand.
I'm talking to
half
you,
or less of
Toilet Bowl
what you're
Earth.
saying.
Turn
Yeah,
your
are you
camera
sure
on
you're
so you can
talking
see
to
who I'm
me?
talking to.
Are you sure you're talking to
Tommy,
me?
almost 90% of the chat can understand less than half of what you're saying.
No,
Well,
they
they're
say that because they're
Yeah,
supporting
no,
you the
they
same
don't
way they'll
say
drop
that. I have
$100
no
to
idea what
make
the fuck
sure
you're
you're
talking
over
about.
my $20. They'll drop $100 and say that they don't know what I'm talking about. But the fact that dude made a video showing with pictures that everyone very much knows what I'm talking about and how they
Nope,
sucked
no,
me
they don't.
off in
Nobody
a
knows
good
what
sense,
you're
not a
talking
Paul
about.
sense. Like they praised me for that shit. They gave me a whole day of his channel because they get it. And whether it's the Christian
Who's
thing or the
they?
me thing, you don't get it, Drew. Me member. You don't remember.
I remember.
I mean, you know, Drew, that 2 planes, 3 towers, you me member. But honor ability, you never knew the
There's more than 3.
response ability. You
You're
might have
retarded.
known, but you don't
You're
always know.
retarded, man. Go to bed, man.
I'm retarded because I'm turning your game against you, Toilet Bowl. That's why you got your
You're
camera
retarded,
off.
bro.
And I hate to use that Paul
Nobody
logic.
knows
I'm not even a
what the fuck
viewer
you're
count guy.
saying.
But you got your camera off because I came up here,
Don't
TBD.
get triggered by him. Play along. This is a broadcast, people.
I would play along if I knew what the fuck he's saying. I have
He'd
no
play
idea.
along if it
None-
wasn't
none of
real
it makes
shit
any
from a
sense.
blueberry
Word.
in real
How
time.
are you
Not
playing
coming out.
along, EBT? Just sitting there? How is that
You're
playing
getting-
EBT
you're
along?
recognized the real.
You're getting triggered
just
by a
fucking
blueberry.
retarded.
Like,
Now
let's
you
look
He's
at
got
the
your
real.
hat triggered by
I don't
blueberries.
understand what the fuck
Makes
he's
no
saying.
sense when it's retarded.
They're not triggered by the blueberry. They're triggered by the truth that blueberries regurgitating.
Okay. I'm so triggered,
That's what
bro.
I'm saying, Drew. These words, that's why you guys don't even, this is a thing even an atheist can do and respect. Because honorable and responsible and integrity have nothing to do with biblical passages, but they're still real and applicable to biblical shit. That's what you guys forget. And now I have to make a joke of it on fake news
Wow.
with tranny terrorist Paulina.
Wow.
That's Easter eggs because I know it's taken a
I'm
while. It's taken a while because
blown
of
away, dude.
quality.
I hear a lot of words, dude, but I don't know what.
Yeah, and I see a lot of photos melded together and I hear a lot of Catholic prayers. It didn't change the dick raping you were getting in the butt just to make a video that I liked about it. Oh, that was
What are
still
you talking
TBE.
about?
In
Unpack
case you
that,
can't
Tommy.
see who's talking to you, EBT, TBE.
You unpack
Sorry,
that.
you know,
Wow.
total opposites. No, NVRPRSNT that no one recognizes or is listening to. You're just carrying on a Reddit. Oh, we're going to repeat. Wow. Wow. That's Xbox shit, bro. I've wrecked
Motherfucker
whole
crazy.
teams of Gears of War 1 by myself and just to go back to the lobby just going, wow.
So loud.
Wow.
Okay, I can't do anymore.
Yeah. There you go, EBT, just gassing up retard.
I know, right?
Why do you manipulate the mentally fucking unstable?
Mentally
Why
insane.
is that funny to you? Is this more Jesuit shenanigans? Goodness gracious.
It's all about that. It's all about that content, all about the results. You guys don't understand this. You're a bunch of beta cucks. You don't understand anything about this broadcasting.
Yo, the lower chakra has a basement, and that basement has a closet. That's where Tommy is, okay? That's where he is there. That's his hell.
All right, peace
I
out.
mean,
Continue on EBT side. Bye.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.